Entering the bye week tied for first in the Empire 8, the Buffalo State football team boasts a 5-1 record for the first time since 1999. The offense ranks second in the Empire 8, averaging 38.8 points per game. Part of the reason for Buffalo State's success comes from their offensive weapons, and each has a unique story.
Rich P is a two-sport athlete who runs track in addition to carrying the load as a running back. Currently, he ranks first in the Empire 8 with 745 rushing yards and an average of 124.2 yards per game.
It's hard to maintain with school and other things, but if you're doing what you love, you're just having fun, it becomes easy. You know, you just strive for what you got to do. Condition-wise, you get tired, you get fatigued, but motivation is key. You got to know what you want to do and get to it, and you be real tired, but you just do it.
When Pete is faced to run, defenders often find themselves staring at his back. The speed comes from track, but he knows it takes a team effort to get those big runs.
What I've done in track helps me. It keeps me conditioned throughout the year. I've said that many times. Keeps my body good. And also, with track, it motivates me for football, you know. With my individual accomplishments and my team goals, it motivates me to do what I want to do for football. I've got many individual accolades, but I don't have that team thing with football yet, and that's what I'm striving for this year, to make sure we achieve something as a team.
Team is the key word. Buffalo State's balanced offense continues to make big play after big play.
It opens it up a lot because if they key on me, we're going over the top, and with them trying to double on one or like trying to double on the other, you can only bring a certain amount of guys in the box to stop me. So if I got one man to beat, that's a big problem. You better watch out, baby.
Now in his senior year, Pete sees a big difference in this team.
Well, this is like one of the fastest seasons I've had since I've been at Buff State, and the seniors just told me that numerous times, but I didn't want to believe it, and I feel it now. And I've noticed that we've grown more as a family as the season progressed. We've grown more together, and we started to care for each other and pick up each other more and make sure we do the right things.
For an offense to have success, they also need to have weapons in the passing game. Mike Doherty ranks third with 562 receiving yards. Not bad for a guy who had to overcome 2 knee surgeries.
I just want to play sports no matter what. I mean, injuries don't really matter to me. I mean, it was a big injury, both of them, both knees. But, I mean, it's only a matter of time. It only took maybe 9 months for both ones, so I fell back to normal. The first 4 months are your hardest part. After that, you get released, and from there, probably, 5 months after that, about around 9 months is when I felt normal again. When it happened, I knew it happened, like right away. Once on the practice field, when I tore it, I was like, I know exactly how it feels, so I was like, yeah, I just tore my ACL. Ryan came in and did a great job. It ended quickly for me, but I knew that since I was able to overcome it one time, I could do it again, and I'd be playing football again.
Surgery can present many obstacles for an athlete to overcome. After the recovery process, some make changes in their routine and become a different athlete.
I would definitely say that these injuries have made me work harder on and off the field. Before my injuries, I usually kind of went off of athletic ability, and ever since I've been injured, I've been in the weight room and doing a lot more than I used to.
Doherty has been getting doubled more, and Carney has benefited.
The past 2 games says a lot. Doherty's been getting double covered after the first 2 games. I think he had over 100 both times, so he's been seeing a lot of double coverage, and it's been leaving me on the backside singled up. So if they want to keep doing that, I have no problems with it.
Ryan Carney is also a two-sport athlete, spending 2 years at Jamestown Community College as a basketball player, where he averaged a double-double per game and ranked in the top 10 in the country for rebounding. As a wide receiver this season, Carney has 442 receiving yards, ranking him 6th. More impressively are his 27.6 yards per catch. His box-out skills and speed, thanks to a little time with the track coach, are certainly paying off.
My junior college basketball coach went here, so I had a connection, and I had him contact Faj, and I just knew that if I came here, I'd have the opportunity to play both.
Having not played football during his 2 years at Jamestown Community College, Carney's chances of getting playing time immediately were low. But the week before the season, Doherty got injured, presenting an opportunity.
It was a blessing, honestly. I was getting real frustrated all camp. I remember calling my mom, telling her I was thinking about if I wasn't going to play, I was going to quit and just focus on basketball. And she just kept telling me to persevere. Coach Boyd is saying the same thing. And it was real unfortunate the way it happened because Mike went down. Mike's obviously a great player, and I'd never wish that upon anybody. But I got an opportunity to shine, and I took advantage of it.
Playing two sports where athleticism dominates, Kearney had quite the challenge ahead of him.
Just keeping my body healthy. Football is a real demanding sport, so I was really just trying to focus on being able to be healthy and have a little bit of energy left for basketball when I got there.
Sometimes when you play two sports, some of your strengths in one translate over to the other.
Positioning, I guess, a lot. A lot of time when the ball's in the air, defenders don't really understand the concept of positioning. I guess boxing out would be an example of how basketball would influence me on the football field. Just getting in that position and then going and attacking the ball like a rebound.
Doherty is also impressed with the improvement Kearney has shown.
I mean, his first year was very impressive. Right now, it's a little ridiculous what's going on. I mean, he's got almost 30 yards a catch. I mean, I knew he would be good, whether I was playing or not. I knew he was going to make plays when I wasn't here. That I am here, I mean, it's making more plays than ever.
Kickers don't usually get much credit, but Mark Montana is bucking that trend. He leads the conference with 1.2 field goals per game, and his 49-yarder is the longest. He had enrolled at Memphis prior to coming to Buffalo State, but a heart condition and a torn quad lost him his scholarship and the starting job. Left with few options, he returned home and hit the game winner in overtime.
It was our first conditioning day. We had just finished lifting, and it was about 6 o'clock at night. And then middle of winter, we're going outside doing some sprints. It was like an 8th circuit sprinting situation, and I just couldn't catch my breath. First circuit we went through, and it just kept getting worse. I started feeling dehydrated, started losing my hearing, losing my sight, and before you knew it, I was talking to a trainer and said, you know, I can't hear anything, I'm barely seeing. And they turned around and they told me that, you know, I passed out. Next thing I know, I'm waking up, I'm in the trainer's room with IVs in me. It couldn't be 3 weeks later, and I tore my quad, and I was trying to play through it for another month. And, you know, I didn't want to lose the starting position. And finally, we just said we had to shut it down. It wasn't healing, it wasn't getting better. And we took time off with the platelet injection and took 6 months off. At that point, I really wasn't sure, you know, if I was going to stay in Memphis when that decision happened. You know, they brought in a freshman who did a great job that season, and I hung around for that to, you know, maybe there was an opportunity in case he slipped up. But at the end of the season, Vika, my wife, and I decided that, you know, Memphis was a dead end. And at that point, we decided that, you know, we could go anywhere we wanted to. I could still try to go to a different school down there, or, you know. But with our situation and what was going on, we decided that, you know, Buff State was going to be best to come back home, have family as support, and, you know, get back to my roots.
Montana got tested early at Buffalo State. In his first game, he hit a 49-yarder to send to overtime and later hit the game winner.
I was really excited when the opportunity came, and Cortland called a timeout, iced me down, and Coach Herman said, go see Coach Boyes. He comes up to me when I ran up to him, and he was like, how many opportunities do you get to, you know, do something like this? You know, how many times when you're a kid do you dream of doing something like this? And he said, you know what to do. So went out there, made the kick, and it was just, you know, it was really inspiring, and it was, you know, everything was great. The line was great. You know, all the holds were perfectly executed. You know, Ragusa holding for me, and, you know, Cowell snapping it back. Everything was just, it couldn't be better.